Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Movement Podcast. So, NFL legendary running back OJ Simpson has passed away. Um, any way you look at it, man, this is a moment for people to rejoice. A moment for people to look back on just the overall legacy of OJ Simpson, good and bad, right? I mean, OJ Simpson played for the Buffalo Bills, arguably one of the best running backs of his era, and is still considered to be one of the best running backs in NFL history. For what he did coming from California to go to Buffalo in that cold and run that rock the way he did, absolutely phenomenal, right? And his whole football career becomes a footnote because of what happened with his wife in Nicole Brown in the 90s. Not going to get into that in detail, but we all know by now, or should know by now, that whole situation, right? That sparked so much divide in the 90s. Countless documentaries have been made about it, biopics, everything crazy. Like about a month ago, whatever, OJ was reports he was battling cancer. He said he was fine and everything, battling prostate cancer, and eventually he succumbed to it. Died at 76 years old. You know, look, man, OJ, he was never applauded or talked about in football really after the whole case, right? I mean, his name has pretty much been blackballed. Nobody really talks about him on any sports networks outside of him when he was getting his troubles, obviously with that case in the 90s. And then I believe in 2008, he got into it in Las Vegas. We're trying to get some memorabilia. He ended up serving almost a 10-year prison sentence or something like that. Okay, so he's been involved in a lot of stuff, clearly not related to sports. Okay. And now that he has passed, it is unfortunate. I remember when I talked about the rumblings of him when he was reports that he was sick, battling cancer. It'd have been best for him to come clean, right? I mean, now he is going to take this to his grave with the whole situation with Nicole Brown, man, and those murders back then. Crazy. I mean, look, some people are not going to want to RIP. Some people are going to think he should rot in hell. And I will not argue against that, right? I mean, for your own conscience, explain what happened, right? For whatever reason, at that time, he had the money and he was to be found not guilty, which is crazy. I don't think if that trial happened in this day and age right now, absolutely not. Clearly just with the advancement of technology and everything we have, it wouldn't have worked out like that. But back then, with DNA still being relatively new and everything like that, everything was still kind of up in the air as to did he actually do it, which is weird. Even then, people still thought he did it with the evidence that was there. So OJ is dead, man. Will people talk about him? Will it be a tribute? Probably not. Just because you can't mention OJ Simpson in a football sense without recalling what he's done in the 90s, man. Crazy though. Crazy life for him. What a polarizing athlete, good and bad. But just unfortunate that, it almost, to me, OJ, when I looked at it, it was almost like he was just living his life. This is him being rather sick back in January. It was almost like him living a lie, right? I mean, you see him, he's talking sports, smiling and stuff like that. Truly is almost like what, a narcissistic personality, or, maybe not narcissistic. I forgot, there's another term for it, right? But just odd, right? That his wife was murdered in that way, found not guilty and carrying on. Right, and he's back in the day, he was doing a tour of his house in California before it got tore down and all this stuff, and where he was. It was just such a bizarre life of OJ Simpson. I mean, going from just an all-time great and we don't even talk about that no more. You know, a lot of records have been broke. OJ's records have been broken. Don't mention his name. They just skip him, go to the next athlete when they talk about it, though, man. So, oh man, all right. I will say R.I.P. because, you know, at the end of the day, he did lose his life. Oh, I'm sorry, he did die of battling cancer. He does have kids. He does have loved ones. But that being said, I understand if people do not and do not wish his soul well at all, and rightfully so, considering the heinous crimes that I believe he did too. Anyways, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.